Hi everyone. What we discussed in the last class, we discussed about three column cash book along with contra entries. What we see in the three column cash book, why we maintain three column cash book? To know the what's the main column in three column cash book? Bank column. To know the bank balance, we maintain three column cash book along with bank column and cash column and discount column. Okay. Why we maintain bank column especially because most of the payments we made through bank. In some business concerns, although we pay almost all the payments through the bank, there are some expenses, some small expenses which we can't pay through the bank. Can we pay? Can we go to bank for paying 10 rupees expenses like purchase of pen, purchase of stamps, etc. etc. Is it possible? No. Is it not? It's not possible. In some cases or in some circumstances, we have to maintain some small amounts of cash in our hand. Okay? And the cash what we maintain in our hand to pay certain small expenses or several small expenses is called as petty cash. What we call it? Petty cash. Small amounts kept in hand to pay several expenses like stationery, postage, bus fare, advertisement, etc. Such cash is called as petty cash. And the clerk who maintains petty cash is called as petty cashier. Okay? Who maintains petty cash is called as clerk who maintains petty cash is called as petty cashier. And he records all payments in separate books called petty cash book. He records all payments in separate book called petty cash book. And this petty cashier provides some cash from main cashier. Main cashier provides some cash to the petty cashier to bear all the petty expenses. And what's the petty cashier do? He pays all the expenses, all the petty expenses and record all the transactions in the petty cash book. And he also receives voucher for the every expense he made. He record the all transactions in the petty cash book. Okay. And what is the main objective of maintaining petty cash book? To reduce the burden. To reduce the burden on the main cashier and on the main cash book. Okay. It's very difficult to maintain all the petty expenses in main cash book. So, we maintain a separate cash book called petty cash book. And who maintains petty cash book? Petty cashier maintains petty cash book. Okay. What are there in the petty cash book? Small expenses, petty expenses are recorded in the petty cash book. Clear? Okay. And two types of petty cash books are there. Again, petty cash book is divided into two types. What are they? Simple petty cash book and analytical petty cash book. What is simple cash book? Simple cash book just records all the expenses in it and that's all. So it may not be clear like analytical petty cash book. So most of the business concerns maintains analytical petty cash book to record their petty cash expenses. Okay, today we are going to discuss about analytical petty cash book. Analytical petty cash book. It analyzes the payments. Okay. And this is a pro forma of analytical petty cash book. It has a debit side and credit side. Like all the other cash book, it has also debit side and credit side. But debit side is very confined. It is so small compared to the credit side. As we have to record all the payments on the credit side. All the payments on the credit side. And in particular, we have to draw all the expenses names various columns. We have to maintain various columns. We have a big space on credit side. Okay. And we have date column and particulars column, voucher number and total payment. And first, any expense we made, first we have to note it in total payment column. And the expense may belongs to travel, carriage or office or something etc. But we have to record first in the total payment column. And voucher number you already know. And coming to the CBF number. What is CBF number? Cash book folio. What is folio? Folio means, we have already discussed that folio means page number. And here CBF means cash book page number. What is CBF? Cash book page number. CBF means cash book page number. And coming to the, okay, and for example, if you pay traveling expenses 10 rupees or 50 rupees, what we have to do? First we have to record it in total payments column and then in traveling expenses column. Okay, now I think now you understand. Any payment, it belongs to any particular expenses column, but we have to first record in total payments column. Okay, and shall we start the problem? Okay, and coming to the columns, every business concern has its own requirements. Basing on the requirements, they can maintain as many columns as they require. Okay, basing on their requirements. Okay, some may require some columns, some may require some columns. So basing on the requirements of the business concern, we can maintain as many columns as you need. Okay, and coming to the problem, a petty cashier received a sum of rupees 200 on June 2020. We have already mentioned what we mentioned. Petty cashier receives some amount of cash for a particular period from the main cashier. Discuss it or not? Just now discuss it now. Like that, in this problem, a petty cashier received a sum of rupees 200 on June 2020. The transactions are on June 20, bought stamps, and we have to post it in postage and telegrams. P and T means postage and telegrams. Okay, stamps belongs to postage and telegrams column. And paid bus fare, paid taxi hire, these all are comes under traveling expenses. And telegrams and comes under postage and telegram. And paid for carriage, we maintain separate column for carriage. So we have to record it in the carriages column. And purchased envelope again comes into postage and telegram. And paid for carriage column. Paid for coffee for office staff. As it is for office staff, we consider it. It is for personal use, we need not consider it. Okay, and we have to observe that. And it comes in of coffee for office staff comes in office expenses. And paid for repairs of typewriter also comes under office expenses. Okay, shall we start? And as we got 200 from received a sum of rupees 200, we have to show it in the to balance brought down. Put date 2020 on June 15, on June 7, to balance. What we write here? Brought down. We have to post amount in, oh sorry, here we have to write the amount. 200 here in the amount column and date here. June. Okay?
June 7.
June 7. And coming to the expenses. June 8. Stamps. Buy stamps. Okay? Buy stamps. as they are all expenses, we have to write is by stamps. And stamps comes in the column. First we have to record it in total column. So in total column 30 and postage and stamps 30. And coming to the next, June 9, by bus fare. We have to write it in total column and then in traveling expenses column 8. Okay. And next, by telegram sent on date 10. What's amount? 8. In telegram sent means postage and telegram 8. Okay. And coming to the next one is on 10th taxi hire. By taxi hire 17. We have to post it in travel expenses 70. And on 11th, by carriage. What's the amount? 30. Yes, we have to enter in carriage column. And on 12, by envelope
11 rupees.
11 rupees. Again envelope is in postage and telegram. And coming to the next, what's the date? Paid for carriage again. By carriage
50 rupees.
50 rupees is in carriage column. And coming to the next, paid coffee expenses, that is on 13. Buy coffee, what's the amount? 20. Is comes under office expenses. And coming to the next one, 13. Paid for repairs. Buy repairs of typewriter. What's the amount? 32. It also comes under office expenses. 32. Okay. Did we record everything or? Okay. We have to record envelope in stationery, that's all. Okay. Now balance all. All the total of the amounts is total payment is equal to total payment. All the amounts of the total payment is equal to total payments amount. Now here 200. 200 minus 194. What is the remaining amount?
6 rupees.
6 rupees. By balance carried down. And again, to
July.
balance brought down. Okay? This. Okay? Okay? Clear?